We thought it was in college when she went away to college. More recently, I've learned from her friends that it started in high school, that they noticed it, but they told one of their teachers and nobody really knew what to do about it. So it was prevalent in college when she went away to college. It really became what probably eventually killed her. Was she would exercise to excess, and then she just pretty much wouldn't stop eating. But even though she was getting help, I think the damage that she did at the time of the worst part of her disease is what eventually killed her. So that's part of what we talk about. Is there were a lot of people who saw what was going on and did not bring it up and did not come to us and talk to us about it. So what was going on at college, although we knew she had lost weight, we had no idea to what extent she was over-exercising. Yeah, she got banned from the gym at her college because they told her she would pass out. So they just opted to tell her she wasn't allowed to go there instead of making a phone call to us saying, do you know what's going on? Else, I think these are the things that people need to realize, that when these are cries for help, somebody needs to reach out and say, you know, obviously we need to help. Kelly's friends picked up on the fact that, you know, she would always, you know, she would tell them when they go out to eat that she had just eaten, and nobody ever saw her eat anything. And she was heavy as a child, so at first everybody just thought she was trying to diet. For the young girls, I think that you notice that they aren't, you just don't see them eat anything. But that's the anorexia part. There's also the binge purge, where they do eat and everybody's happy that they're eating, and then they go purge. So there's a lot of different factors of eating disorders. I mean, actually overeating is actually considered an eating disorder too. Actually, we have broadened our base a little bit because there were some young, like, you know, the 12 to 14 or something age that said, you know, what about us? So although our focus is 6 to 12, because at the time it was identified that there was no group that focused on 6 to 12, and eating disorders are starting in the 6 and 7-year-old range now. So we wanted to target some of those things, and even let parents and teachers know that it is truly out there at that age. People think it's a young teenage girl thing, and it's really prevalent in boys now with wrestling and gymnastics. February 24th, Friday at the Fountains, Fairview Heights. Our event's going to start off actually with an hour of wine and craft beer tasting, 4204 Craft Brewery and Chick Fritz, and a couple other donations where we're going to do an hour cocktail hour with some wine tasting. We'll have a silent auction, and then we just have 2 hours of casino type games where you get a certain amount of play money so that you can play the games, and then at the end your play money gets turned into raffle tickets that you have an opportunity to win various prizes that we've had donated to us. So all proceeds will go to Something for Kelly Foundation, and our mission is to help educate and raise awareness to fight against eating disorders with our focus on children ages 6 to 12.